Hello and welcome to TA for Traders. It's Thursday the 8th of June and I'm Nigel Croft. In this video we'll be looking at 2 UK stocks and 2 US stocks. In the UK we'll be looking at Autotrader. It's come out with figures today and the shares are down. However, technically it doesn't look that bad. And we'll also be looking at BooHoo, the online fashion retailer, where there was a placing last night, both a secondary and a follow-on. So the company did raise money. It was done at a very narrow discount, only a 0.25% discount. The shares are up today. I must declare I'm a shareholder of this, although as you can tell I don't use them for shopping. And what we'll be looking at is on the weekly you can see that it's starting to look bubblish. We've had such a strong run on this share. It is starting to look a bit overextended, and we'll analyse that. In the US, we'll look at 2 financial stocks, which both moved up last night and technically are looking interesting. We'll look at CitiGroup and American Express. So starting with Autotrader, and you can see that today there's been a consolidation following the figures. It brought the stock right back down to the 50-day moving average, although it has bounced slightly from there, and it fell right below the 20-day. This yellow line, the 20-day, had been the dominant influence, had given support over the last few weeks. However, we're down below there, broken that, and now we're finding support on the 50-day. On the fall, the RSI has fallen back below 50, just at 47.47, and the MACD have cracked down as well and will be starting to show negative momentum tomorrow. The uptrend is still in place. I would say, provided the 50-day holds and then this support at 399, the uptrend does remain in place. We do have a bit of a blowout above it there, so a consolidation, but still in place. And if you look at the weekly, you can see the uptrend. Here the 20-week is still moving upwards, as is the 50. And the RSI is still above 50 at 53.8, and the MACD short term still above the long term. So the medium term picture on Autotrader, despite the fall today, hasn't been broken. If it can rally back up, back into the middle of the uptrend, it would be better. Keep your eye on the key supports. And on the 4-hour chart, here obviously back below the 20 and the 50 averages, and the RSI again cracked down, indicating negative momentum, as has the MACD. Here the key support seen around this 400 level, with the 200 at 401. So looking at the support resistances, resistance on the upside 37.742, and then the support at the 50-day 406.21 and 398.91. Moving on to BooHoo, where there was a placing last night and the shares have moved up today. Placing done at a very small discount, seen very positive, raised money for the company, and you can see that it's moved up yet again. I must declare I am a shareholder on this. I've been in and out various times in the last couple of years. I can't remember when I bought it actually, but a few months ago, so that's good. The RSI still very strong, 85, slightly overbought, but as we know, don't worry about overbought RSI. That's a sign of positive momentum, and the MACD are positive. What's slightly worrying me is this chart. This is the weekly. Now, it's an exponential chart. It looks like very much like a bubble. Yes, this company has got the fundamentals to back it somewhat. I always thought that another retailer or maybe even ASOS would have taken them over. That hasn't happened. They're too big for any other retailer to take them over now. It just wouldn't make sense. It's overextended from the moving averages and is overbought. So I've got slight concerns on this. I'm going to decide what to do in the next couple of days with my holding, but I may expect a consolidation and sell them for the short term. But it's a stock I'll always watch. I mean, down here there was a gap that needed filling up to the when it was down in the 30p levels, and it just filled it really nicely, and the momentum just continued from there when it broke through the resistance. But as I said, now it's slightly overextended. And looking at the 4 hour, again overextended from the moving averages. RSI not overbought here. Actually, on the RSI, you could say it's in a very short, very narrow downtrend, but it's still at well above 50, so no need to worry. And the support would be at the 220 level. Looking at the support, the resistance levels, that's the all-time high, gives a resistance 242.75, which was today. And then the supports 217.37 and 203.54. Okay, moving across the pond, two financials to look at. Actually, the charts do look similar. This is CitiGroup. You see it's had a good few days, moved back above the 20-day moving average. We did have a golden cross on the 20 and the 50 on the 15th of May, which was positive. You can see the RSI has gone back above 50, not quite yet in an uptrend, but certainly starting to look that way. There are resistance levels to be broken, 62.54, around that level. But if we could break up, this chart would look very positive. On the weekly, you can see that if we did have a break into new high ground, this would then confirm this triangulation formation as a flag, and then we would get the break, which would see the share probably move up into the 70s. RSI here is positive, MACD not as positive. On the shorter term, you can see the break up above the moving averages, RSI in an uptrend above 50, and the MACD just starting to flash a buy signal, so a bullish sign coming out of the 4 hour as well. On the support resistances, the two resistance levels to watch, 62.58 and 69. A break above there would be very good news, and there's support coming in at the 20-day and the 50-day, 61.24 and 60.14. Finally, moving on to American Express. This looks similar-ish to CitiGroup. You can see I've drawn this downtrend line on this daily chart. I think that is the key resistance that needs to be broken for the picture to really improve. But again, it does look positive. The moving averages are moving back up again. We are going to get the 20-day crossing the 50-day if we hold towards this 80 level, and that will happen in 3 or 4 days. MACD showing very positive momentum, move right back above 50, presently at 64, and the MACD as well has just indicated a buy signal, which is positive. On the weekly, you can see again that a break of the downtrend would be positive, and then we'd probably move up and test the resistances that are above the 88s, in the 88 to 92 area. RSI has broken its downtrend above 50 as well. MACD hasn't quite turned yet, but will do in a week or two. And on the 4 hour, again, you can see that the moving averages are all starting to really push this market forward. RSI in an uptrend, MACD very positive. So on American Express, the resistance levels to watch, 81.4 and 82, with support if needed at the 50-day and at the 20-day. So this has been TA for Traders on Thursday the 8th of June, looking at Autotrader, BooHoo, CitiGroup and American Express. I hope you found this video of interest. I'll be coming out with more videos on a daily basis, as you know. If you're not a subscriber, do subscribe, and then you'll get email alerts when I do the further videos. Thanks for watching. Please remember these videos are for educational purposes only and are not meant as an investment recommendation. Thank you.